Director Foster, are you okay? What's it? Eric, Foster is calling you. Eric.
Forsen, are we ready?
Do you see them in the camera? The people here. Are they showing you the camera? They are not. They are, because we don't want to have any object here. An object can be
No, nobody should be. Carlos, stay down. Nobody should be on this. Yes. Forsen, we are waiting for you. Do we have the green light? So, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, we are waiting for the director of IT to give us the green light, and we will commence with our presentation. So kindly hold on for some few minutes. Our friends from the media, kindly position yourself well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, some few protocols. Immediately we start, we expect that we'll have less noise or absolutely no noise in the room for purposes of very good production. Again, the presentation will be done in two parts. We'll have the English version, and then we also have the Twi version. So after the English version, there will be a summary in Twi as well. As we move on, I'll indicate to you whether we will accept questions for this press engagement or we will not. I will find out and I'll let you know. So we await the readiness of the IT Deputy Director, Forcing, are we set? Forcing, in the next 2 minutes, if you are not ready, we will proceed with the media engagement in the next 2 minutes. Okay, so ladies, gentlemen, our cherished friends from the media, as always, we are grateful to have you here. Before I mention or I give you a brief of what is going to happen today, let me quickly introduce the dignitaries we have. We have the Greater Accra Regional Chairman, Chairman Divine Agohum-Otu, here in our midst. We also have Director in charge of elections for the new Patriotic Party, Evans Nimakun, also here with us. We have the National Youth Organizer here with us. We have some directors at the headquarters, Deputy Communication Directors here with us. We also have the third National Vice Chairman. Chairman Buga is also here with us. Chairman Masaudu is also here with us. We also have the MP-elect for Ablekuma North. We also have the MP-elect for Ablekuma North. Nana Ekwia Efriye, Honorable MP-elect for Ablekuma North is also here with us. Give her a resounding and a thunderous applause. And again, the Chief Executive Officer of the party, the man who is the chief spokesperson of the party, the General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party. He is going to do the presentation for us today. Before I introduce him, just yesterday, a press statement from the Electoral Commission indicating their preparedness to rerun some polling stations in Ablekuma North. We have a very strong response to that proposition, and that is why we are here. So I will call on the chief spokesperson of the party, the General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party, lawyer Justin Kodria from home, to deliver the presentation.
Friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, the new Patriotic Party is pleased to have you in attendance at this press conference. The essence of this engagement is to communicate the NPP's official position on the decision by the Electoral Commission to rerun the polling station elections in 19 polling stations within the Ablekuma North constituency. As you are aware, the EC on Wednesday, 2nd July 2025, issued a statement on Ablekuma North parliamentary election statement under the hand of Mr. Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman Operations, with the caption, "Elections in selected polling stations in Ablekuma North." The EC stated emphatically that following a meeting with representatives of the NPP and the NDC on 1st July 2025, after extensive deliberations, it had resolved to rerun the election in 19 polling stations. The EC gave the following justification. I quote, "The Commission arrived at the decision to rerun the election in the underlisted polling stations because the 19 scanned polling station results used for the collation, though approved by agents of both political parties, were not verified by the presiding officers responsible for those polling stations," unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, let it be on record that at the meeting with the Electoral Commission on 1st July, our representatives, in the persons of Evans Nimakon, our Director of Research and Elections, and Ebenezer Nati, Honorable Ebenezer Nati, former Member of Parliament for Ablekuma Central, representing our party, vehemently opposed the position of the Electoral Commission. So it cannot be that after extensive discussion, the EC painting the picture as if the parties there agreed to their roadmap. The NPP reps at the meeting opposed to the Electoral Commission's position, and that was our position at the meeting, just for the records. For the avoidance of doubt, the new Patriotic Party finds the Electoral Commission's sudden U-turn on Ablekuma North stalemate as not only shocking, but also disingenuous and unlawful. The party thus completely rejects the decision of the commission to rerun the polling station elections in the said 19 polling stations, and we shall proceed to advance our reasons. It will be recalled that the High Court, Accra, on 4th January 2025, granted an application filed by the NPP to compel the EC to conduct its constitutional and statutory duty of completing the constituency coalition exercise in 4 outstanding constituencies, which were Ablekuma North, Tema Central, Okaike Central, and Techiman South. The High Court specifically ordered the Inspector General of Police to provide adequate and armed security to the EC to complete the collation and to declare the winners of the parliamentary elections in these constituencies. The EC and the IGP have since complied with the court order to collate and declare the winners of the parliamentary results in these outstanding constituencies, except for Ablekuma North. In the specific case of Ablekuma North, the High Court ordered the EC to complete the collation of the remaining 64 polling stations out of a total of 281 polling stations in the constituency. It is on record that on many occasions that the EC tried to complete the Ablekuma North collation, thugs belonging to the NDC always stormed the collation center to disrupt the exercise. The EC itself had cause to issue a formal statement accusing the NDC of masterminding the attacks on its offices and officials. We refer you to the press statement of the EC on 17 January 2025, where the EC stated categorically that supporters of the NDC, led by the Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC, invaded the collation center at their old office and destroyed the commission's properties, threatened their staff, and caused them to flee because the environment had become unsafe. True character of the NDC, always causing chaos. The attacks on the EC, as captured by the media, were almost always orchestrated by the Ablekuma North constituency organizer of the NDC, Kalamu Adamu Musa. Typical of the NDC, this gang leader, Kalamu, who ought to be in jail for his lawless conduct, has rather been rewarded by President John Dramani Mahama with the position of Municipal Chief Executive Officer for Ablekuma North. Obviously, this was his reward for doing the NDC's dirty work. And despite being rejected overwhelmingly by the assembly members during his confirmation exercise, the NDC government continues to recognize him as the MC. Well, the aggrieved assembly members, led by the presiding member of the assembly, Ibrahim Sule, had taken the matter to court to challenge the purported confirmation. So we shall comment no further. Despite all the gangsterism and frantic efforts by the NDC hoodlums to disrupt the Ablekuma North coalition on many occasions, the EC still managed to collate some of the polling station results with the assistance of party agents. On 25 December 2024, the EC collated 25 polling station results out of the outstanding 62. The EC then invited all political parties on January 5, 2025, where additional 17 polling station results were collated. And on 6 and 8 January 2025, 13 and 4 polling station results respectively were added to tally, marking a total of 59 polling station results out of the outstanding 62 ordered by the High Court. For the avoidance of doubt, these collations were done in the presence of all parties and verified by the Electoral Commission. So what is the EC telling us now? After going through a process whereby we had reps from NDC, reps from NPP, your presiding officers, your returning officer being there, and even staff from your headquarters to supervise the exercise, you come back to tell us that your presiding officers didn't verify this process. This is totally disingenuous and a mockery to our democracy and a disgrace to the institution Electoral Commission. So per our records, out of the 62 outstanding polling stations, there are only 3 polling stations results yet to be collated to complete the collation exercise as ordered by the court. The EC has on countless occasions, by way of media interviews, press releases, and official statements, maintained that there are only 3 polling stations results to be collated in Ablekuma North constituency. And indeed, there is a video to buttress the point that I'm making.
Have the protection to complete the collation. It must be noted that an Accra High Court on 4 January 2025 ruled that the Electoral Commission should go and complete the collation of the results for Tema Central, Ablekuma North, Okai Central, and Techiman South constituencies. We have completed all the constituencies except Ablekuma North. These are the efforts the Commission has made so far to ensure the completion of the Ablekuma North parliamentary results in the December 7th elections. On the 9th of December 2024, 15 polling station results were added to the already collated results. All the 54 polling station results or the finishes were received from the National Democratic Congress. This brought to 219 collated polling station results. On the 21st of December 2024, 25 polling station results were added to the collation process. All the 25 polling station results were received from the new Patriotic Party. It is important to emphasize that the third 25 pin sheets were not scanned pin sheets, but rather carbon copies from the NPP. Even though the NDC collation agents reported late after 10 of the carbon copies have been authenticated by the returning officer, they were also allowed to go through these 10 carbon copies of the results. Consequently, the rest of the remaining 15 carbon copies were authenticated by both the NDC and NPP agents for that day. This brought to 244 collated polling station results. 37 polling station results became outstanding. On the 5th of January, 17 polling station results were added to the collation. All the 17 polling station results, scanned copies, were received from the NPP and confirmed by the NDC agents. This brought to 261 collated polling station results. It should be noted that the decision to accept the scanned pin sheets from the parties was unanimously agreed upon by the Commission and the political parties. This decision was reached as a result of both parties admitting that they no longer have carbon copies of the results in their custody. On the 6th of January, 13 polling station results were added to the collation. All the 13 polling station results were received from the NPP and confirmed by the respective presiding officers of the 13 polling stations. All 13 presiding officers were brought in to verify their signatures and the results on the scanned copies. This brought to 274 collected polling station results. The presiding officers were made to confirm the scanned copy results because the NDC agents refused to confirm them. Once again, on the 8th of January 2025, 4 polling station results were added to the collation. All the 4 polling station results were received from the NPP and confirmed by the respective presiding officers. The presiding officers signed their respective bench sheets to confirm their authenticity. On all of these days, both the NDC and the NPP agents were present and witnessed the confirmation of the scanned bench sheets by the presiding officers. This brought to 278 corrected polling station results. So 3 polling stations are outstanding. These are their
ladies and gentlemen, you all heard it from Dr. Bossman, Deputy Commissioner of the Electoral Commission. In Parliament, no other place that Parliament. And he was on oath. He went to Parliament and confirmed what I said earlier on, that indeed all this exercise were done in the presence of the presiding officers of the Electoral Commission. The question is, what has changed? What has happened overnight? Electoral Commission, tell us. Tell the good people of Ghana what has changed, what has happened. On oath, you made the point that the presiding officers were there to authenticate the carbon copies submitted by the NPP. So how come you have written a letter to say that your presiding officers didn't verify the scanned copies from the new Patriotic Party? This is total lie and hypocrisy from the Electoral Commission. And indeed, with respect to the 19 polling stations that the Electoral Commission is talking about, you see, whenever you want to lie, and God is not on your side, because God does not like lies, you always be exposed. The Electoral Commission spoke about 3 outstanding polling stations. These 3 outstanding polling stations are Pentecost Church, Trinibua 2, with polling station code C161058. The second outstanding polling station is C161204. Light of Gospel Miracle Chapel, Trinibua 2. And the third one is Glory Land Hotel, Odoko 1A. The code is C161205A. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to follow me on this discussion. The Electoral Commission has stated that there are only 3 outstanding polling stations, which collations are yet to be done. With the 3 outstanding collations that are yet to be done, only 2 are found in the 19 polling stations that the Electoral Commission has presented to us, leaving Glory Land Hotel Odoko 1A. So what we want to ask the Electoral Commission is that when was the collation for Glory Land Hotel Odoko done? That's the question to Madam J. Mensah and the commissioners, that we want to find out from you. Where is Glory Land Hotel Odoko 1A with the polling station code C161205A? Because NDC, NPP, we all know, even the Electoral Commission, your presiding officers said they know it is not part of the 19 polling stations. That's why I said, if you want to lie, you'll be exposed. In the specific case of Ablekuma North, the High Court ordered the EC to complete the collation of the remaining 62 polling stations out of a total of 281 stations in the constituency. It is on record that the NPP wrote to the Electoral Commission on 3rd June 2025 on the way forward towards the completion of the collation exercise as ordered by the High Court. In their official response, the EC stated emphatically that the Ablekuma North collation will be completed when the 3 remaining polling station results are added, and that they were only waiting for the police to provide them with security to collate the results of these 3 polling stations. And we have the letter from the Electoral Commission responding to my earlier letter. This is the 17th January. No, that's not the right one. We want the 11th June response. In fact, I have the response here. 11th June, the response from the Electoral Commission. For the avoidance of doubt, I'll read that response to you. The General Secretary, New Patriotic Party, referenced Ablekuma North Constituency Parliamentary Election Results Collation. We bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. Your letter dated 3rd June 2025, as I said, I wrote a letter to them on 3rd June. With reference number, our Ref JSEC 0306 on the above subject matter refers. Commitment to the High Court directive. We wish to inform you that the Commission is committed to complete the collation of all the 281 polling station results in the Ablekuma North constituency and to declare duly elected Member of Parliament for the constituency as directed by the court on 4th January 2025. As you may recall, 37 polling station results were outstanding for the completion of the collation process before the High Court directive on 4th January 2025. Out of the outstanding 37 polling station results, the Commission has collated 17, 13, and 4 polling station results on 5th, 6th, and 8th January 2025 respectively. A total of 34 polling station results have been collated since the High Court directive. Currently, three polling station results are outstanding for the completion of the collation process. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 polling station results are outstanding, confirmed by the Electoral Commission on 11th June 2025. Efforts to complete the collation process. The Commission has on several occasions made efforts to complete the collation process. Unfortunately, the police has not been able to provide the required security for the completion of the collation process. There have been several engagements between the Commission and the police for completion of the collation process since the High Court directive. Current status. At a meeting with the National Election Security Task Force on 8th May 2025 at the police headquarters, the completion of the collation process was scheduled for 15th May 2025 at the old headquarters of the Commission. At another meeting on 30th May 2025, the Commission was informed that there is a pending case at the Supreme Court with respect to the Ablekuma North Constituency parliamentary results. The police leadership indicated that in view of the legal process at the Supreme Court, they were unable to provide security to the Commission for completion of the collation process since it will amount to contempt of court. Indeed, if you follow up with what the EC went to further say, I'll come back and explain why I said indeed. In a letter dated 15 May to the Ghana Police Service, the Commission informed them of the fact that there was no injunction application pending or any legal process to prevent the Electoral Commission from completing the collation process. So the question I'm asking myself is that if indeed the claim by the NDC that there's a pending case at the Supreme Court, how can the Electoral Commission go ahead to say we are going to do a rerun? That's the question that we want to ask the NDC and the Electoral Commission. If there's a pending case before the court of law, The matter must be heard and determined before the Electoral Commission can even consider doing a rerun. But there is no matter before the court. So the NDC keeps on jumping from one boat to the other. The Electoral Commission in their letter went ahead to say that the Electoral Commission is ready for completion of the collation process for the Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary election results. However, we require the protection of the police to enable us to complete the collation process and declare the parliamentary election results for Ablekuma North. Thank you. Signed, Mr. Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman, Operations for Chairperson. So that is a response from the Electoral Commission based on the letter we wrote to them to give us an update of Ablekuma North. As you can see, 11th June 2025, the letter addressed to General Secretary. I received it on the same date, and that is what I've read to you. So the Electoral Commission cannot change their position. And we want to find out what has caused them to change their position. Has there been any form of intimidation? Has there been any compromises? Has there been any assurances from the government to the Electoral Commission that is making that U-turn? They should not disgrace that respectable institution. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is absolutely no debate that there are only 3 remaining polling stations yet to be collated. So even if we were to accept a rerun would definitely ought to be at just 3 polling stations. So therefore, the mind-boggling question is, how did the Electoral Commission come by that figure? And since when did it occur to the Electoral Commission that these 19 scam polling station results used for the collation, though approved by agents of both NDC and NPP, were not verified by its presiding officers? Clearly, this talk about 19 polling stations by the EC is only an afterthought, and same should be completely rejected. No law gives the EC the authority to order a rerun of elections. It has a duty, and neither the Constitution nor the Representation of the People's Law, PNDC Law 284, nor the Public Elections Regulations, CI 127, gives the Electoral Commission that power to conduct a rerun. Under the law, it is only a court of competent jurisdiction that can order a rerun of elections duly conducted by the Electoral Commission. So the Electoral Commission has no power, no authority to determine a rerun for Ablekuma North, except by the court. Except by the court. In any case, we have evidence that some of these presiding officers in the so-called 19 polling stations were in fact at the collation center, and where they verified the results from their polling stations. Mr. IT, if we have that video, please let's play it. So, the video that you've seen is the presiding officer for God First International School, Dakuman, with pulling Dakuman 1, with code number C160209. And in front of the presiding officer was the pink sheet. Original pink sheet from the EC. So how can you come and place God First International School as part of the 19 polling stations that your officers did not verify.
No way.
Total lie. Again, the Electoral Commission has been exposed. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the only logical deduction that can be drawn from the EC sudden U-turn on this matter is that the commissioners are pandering to pressure and threats from the NDC government to do their bidding on Ablekuma North. We have all heard the national chairman of the NDC, Mr. Johnson Ketia, on Joy News, make the point that all top officers of the Electoral Commission, particularly the chairperson and her 2 deputies, will be removed from office. And there's a video to that effect. Mr. IT, if the video is ready, please kindly play it for us.
Evidence-based.
Evidence-based.
Apprentice secretary.
Over the range of the Electoral Commission. They have never done an election that is satisfactory. These 2 major elections, the first one, my constituency, went unrepresented for 4 years. And then the second election is this one. And then the by-elections, I have also raised everything has been in the. So there is overwhelming evidence that this commission is not fit for purpose. And if in a serious country we want to do this type of electoral commission, then I don't know what the country is about. So there will be a change in the situation. It has to be changed. Would you mind saying so? Yes, I think the 3 top question. So that would be the chairperson himself and the 2 deputy deputies. Yeah. And so then Osman Asari and the he's not always in the 30. They have mismanaged the commission so badly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, is it not interesting to note that after this interview by the national chairman of the NDC, the Electoral Commission suddenly makes a U-turn? Is it out of panic? Is it fear of intimidation? Or have they done something wrong? Have they caused financial loss at the Electoral Commission that they are afraid that the NDC will be coming after them? So therefore, they must kowtow to the whims and caprices of the NDC.
All of them together.
Madam Jane Mensah, I know you are watching me. Madam, I've known you to be a religious, devoted Christian. Please, stand by your religious integrity. Stand by your religious integrity. If you don't know anything, remember the predicament of the former IGP Dampare.
Yes.
In spite of everything, NDC sacked him.
Yes.
Today, as I speak to you, the whole head of the judiciary is being victimized by the NDC. But at the end of the day, if you believe in your conscience, your conviction, and your principle, no matter the intimidation, posterity will always remember you and judge you right.
Yes.
Madam Jane Mensah, no amount of sacrifices, no amount of concession will prevent the NDC from orchestrating their hidden agenda against you. But even if they succeed in their hidden agenda, live with principle, live with conviction. That's how you should be remembered as a commissioner of the Electoral Commission. If Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, allow this collision between the NDC and the EC, it will set a dangerous precedent in the conduct of public elections in our country. which is at the heart of our democracy. Essentially, it will mean that political parties no longer have to spend their scarce resources to campaign to voters before they win an election. Rather, the parties should spend their resources in targeting and building internal militia so that when election results are being collated and they realize their candidate is losing, they will simply unleash their party tax to the coalition centers to disrupt the coalition and the exercise and destroy every electoral material inside, particularly pin sheets and ballot boxes. And that would be a bad precedent for our democracy.
Back to the damn day.
The losing political party will then compel the EC officials to declare their candidate as the winner, or in the alternative, call on the EC to conduct a rerun of elections since there are no hard copies of pin sheets, knowing very well that they had destroyed the EC pin sheets and ballot papers, as we all saw the NDC do in Ablekuma North, Tema Central, Okaikre Central, Fantiakwa North, in Sawadruji, Techiman South, Afenyo North, Obuasi East, and Domekwa. And there are videos to show the targeted behavior of the NDC. And this Ablekuma North. All these are known NDC people. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen from the screen, all these acts of thuggery was being orchestrated by the NDC. And they went a step further by destroying pin sheets and other electoral materials. However, there is no single footage showing anybody destroying NDC pin sheets. This means that the NDC have the hard copies of all their pin sheets intact. They are only refusing to bring out their pin sheet, especially in respect of polling stations that they have lost. Where are the NDC pin sheets? Why are they refusing to bring their pin sheets to confirm the results in polling stations that they have lost? For the avoidance of doubt, the law allows the EC to rely on electronic records such as scanned copies of documents. Both the Evidence Act and the Electronic Transaction Act are clear on that. Ladies and gentlemen, where are the NDC's pin sheets? Again, let us take note that there is a high possibility that 2028 elections, and indeed all subsequent general elections in this country, will be very crucial. Traditional leaders, religious leaders, and CSOs to add their voice in calling the EC and the NDC to order. The outcome of elections in Ghana cannot and should not be decided by self-orchestrated thuggery on the part of political parties. electoral outcomes should and must only be decided by the votes validly cast by voters. The NPP wishes to remind the EC chairperson and her deputies to be bold, fearless, and show fidelity to their of office. Madam J. Mensah, be bold. Madam J. Mensah, be bold. Dr. Bossman, be bold. Samuel Tete, be bold. The Constitution of Ghana and Article 46 guarantees the independence of the Commission and provides that in the performance of its functions, the Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the control or direction of any person or authority, and certainly not a Siedun Ketia and the NDC. We wish to appeal to the AC once again to assert its authority under the Constitution and relevant laws and comply with the orders of the High Court to complete the collation of the results of the outstanding polling station. The EC is a creature of law and must conduct its affairs within the confines of the law. The Commission does not have an unfettered discretion to do what it pleases. Unlike the NDC, NPP are confident per the record, our parliamentary candidate for Ablekuma North, Honorable Nana Akufo-Addo FBA, Honorable Nana Akufo-Addo won the elections with 34,613. Yes. As against the NDC's 34,199. She won the elections. She won the elections. Because for the new Patriotic Party, there's something that we always do before we even go to the EC Coalition Center. Whenever we get the scan copies, or use, not the Electoral Commission did not even use pink sheets, did not even use scan copies to declare certain polling stations in Domi Kwabenya. They relied on tally sheets. But because we in the NPP, we knew we had lost, we didn't contest. We accepted it in good faith. We didn't make their work difficult for them. So NDC, what do you seek to achieve? Why? Why do you want to destroy our beautiful democracy? And we have all the results. You can see.
Evidence-based.
Evidence-based.
Fair. 240.
We have all of it. Margin. And the margin is clear. 404. 414.
Clear win.
A clear. We are a nation of rule of law. We owe it to our dear country Ghana and prosperity to rise above our parochial or partisan considerations in order to defend our democratic gains. We in the NPP shall stop at nothing in our quest to ensure that the powers that must be respected and upheld by the democratic right and sovereignty, that in spite of the intimidation and victimization of our judges, we will get off. This is if we say a to abano December 7, 2024 year, NDC for at the patapasem to trust them, say constituencies are omolus no, omechinchim electoral commission sa, omechinchim NPP sa, normal fa sa constituencies no. And I'm saying the assembly ko down court. Emma court, high court, electoral commission. Say constituencies be a ho a electoral commission ni hwe. No mo kan wasem no, o mo hwe no mo kan wasem. Mo be kaya na Techiman South eka ho. Okai Central eka ho. Tema Central eka ho. Ena Ablekuma North eka ho. The question say enam say court e share electoral commission ti omni Ghana police etimi ibo modern emeye toto emeye collation no ekenkan amba na wo constituencies amabodi nyina ene ko kan Ablekuma North. Ablekuma North constituency ho etobi ekohia ye kwa kokan ye kan bi NDC for so monte ase ye ma na aka 62 polling stations. Sa 62 polling stations no etimi ye ho adwuma tu anamo e ma na be ka miensa pe. Enti NPP party no ye na electoral commission ene Ghana police edinsa o for electoral commission ama openi a friend Dr. Bossman eko parliament edinse se asema meka no parliament no enukreto do min twantro min yi bin free infa bin ka ho o chance o share catch parliament for say o ma ye bibia so mo ye o 281 polling stations ni na mom aka 3 polling stations pe ama me yi video a kire yera Dr. Bossman o te parliament a wo catch Ghana for nyina say aka 3 polling stations pe eti ye ye wanwa ye dwen ho ye te ase enye ye ye hu se Canada ni dream bi e be so ekoso electoral commission ene NDC fom efi se debe na si ya electoral commission for matro krata aba se ye kwa koto aba foforo e wo 19 polling stations abra mo ama ba bontin agye atum se aka 3 polling stations na wo hwe asema mo ka fa 19 polling stations no omo se sa 19 polling station ho no omo presiding officers a omo wo ho omo antimi anje krata NPP di baaye antum o sa 19 polling stations no eno ene ya catch electoral commission say eyontro ena wodi efi se wo hwe a sa 19 polling stations ne wo ho no ye da dance e kra baaye say offer polling station baako a friend God's First International School Dakuma 1 a polling station code ne ye C160209 omo presiding officer o video auto a o kra print sheet na all verified results wo ho et see then abeka say o presiding officers no mo ni ho na man jantum tiede ne kore o ye no free wa electoral commission 3 polling stations na ye kan wasem sa 3 polling stations no NDC o NPP o ye nya dutum se collation ye nya nwe wo sa 3 polling station no o de 19 polling stations ne ba no kenim se anya den a 3 polling station ne den e be ka 19 ho na so enam se o pesa mo bokro no o pesa mo sisi NPP nti o ma ndra nko akire amanfun so aforforo mo ho 3 polling stations ye kan wasem eye Pentecost Church Trenebua 2 a polling station here C161058 and a Light of Gospel Miracle Chapel Trenebua 2 polling station number here C161204 and a third polling station account one man polling station miensano Glory Land Hotel Odoko 1A and also number here C161258 electoral commission sa 3 polling station we there NDC for NPP for Moam EC for ni say intimi wie coalition no enti eden na modi 2 and e baye and moja Glory Land Hotel Odoko and sa Glory Land Hotel no ham ne ko share ye coalition no ham ne ko share ya omoje results ni team etumu enti sa Glory Land ho no e be say electoral commission say e ka ho and omonya sa 19 na say nka ho tini nya kire say electoral commission dom da beto abonte no kra no ne kra bi anum eyentro o ye no free wa ye nyina anum say NDC national chairman Yera Johnson educate ekotena join news ekosopa electoral commission for no be na wotu ye twam ekeka nsem bebre say adwuma no wo ye nenso ani na electoral commission for no kra no ese eji omadwuma firi om nsem papa no kasa wie pe ni follow week Tuesday electoral commission ba abonten a oso ekura makasime we sa 3 police station na meka afi dem meboa 19 police station go de Ghana fo bu say maame je mensa maame ye ni so ye kristoni ye ni so kwa asore ye ni se ntro de onto so de be na asinti a efiri abra ye restore di ketia be ka se yempam no afi de wasesa wano bibi akoso ana enkomo bi akoso ana ehunra bi akoso ana enu nti na obeso oba sesa wano na emom de ka che ne se empo openi dan pare credit for pamo no enye no kasa maami a wo hwe Ghana tintin ye so chief justice ono credit for person pamo no se NDC adwumbo na omuti no ma amaje so be pamo ma oye papa mo omo oye boni mo omo o me pamo ti maame kan kura na honto maame kan kura na honto se o kan kura no na empo NDC for pamo a echire ma be ka adwuma we ye yes echire ma be da wase so wa prenso o kan kura ti esrew mama NDC for nrunra patapa ehunra ho e ma ungu woni mase ko enim se yo Kristo ni mapa gina ogidie so na be ko to kai den ama yes o ya no free wa the NPP ya kan nyina ne se asem nam se ye ntiase na sabone na electoral commission ene NDC for so mpu twa ne se ya hwe ya 2028 ene aba edidi yanim no so obi call elections no ohun so olusu a do be ya ne se obepe matromanfo tutrafo se yenko coalition center yenko shindaka yembu nkrofo yempam electoral commission for yen se pin sheet no ye ne sa electoral commission to me declare results no ene yenko ya esade a yenko ya rerun sebi wenya ade a ese so mem ha enti ene NPP party ne fa akonya reso yene Ghana penufo mo ka bi ewom civil society for asofo for imam for peace council for diplomatic corps for yene munya kasa se muntu electoral commission for mon ka che NDC for se o man no se bi no mon kwa dia aban beko aban beba na so Ghana e betina ho ti anamo mutu no e be se o man no patapa se ma o de ba no e bebo o man no if say 2028 your material no NPP yenda NPP na dia beda ti bayen pese o man no e be say Ghana sunwie ehia ma yenyina ti electoral commission on fa no kre ento ba bi eda me de me kasa nyina ba wiye enam say ni electoral commission enya adwenti na ye NPP for ye nya tutura for the NDC for no ye de asem ekwa down court so court enkanche electoral commission say onjina ho man nko nanim until say court me ka asem na wie na the NPP yes say ne bompa ne say ene patapa asem NDC for the judiciary no na membo ani nya judge obenya kokuduro no tima ka asem no kura wom na wo gige say the kura ne beda dia ye maame akuya na bedu nkunim o Ablekuma North beda mu nyina amase
We are the new Patriotic Party. We are the new Patriotic Party. The elephant is the winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana.
Oh,
the elephant is the winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. We shall win to save Ghana. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. Rado, rado, Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. We are grateful for your presence. Thank you very much.
So Ebusia, so they are done with the press conference concerning about the Ablekuma North issue. So don't forget to subscribe and share this video like with this Daily Watch TV. I'll be dropping the full video on the platform for you to watch. I saw a lot of comment that came in, a lot. Comment in the banner then I also now also a day. Comment in the banner I also papa no say a thing papa yeah commenting in there. I can be using name now there, maybe be also a name. So I'll be leaving you guys very soon. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out.